Prince Harry, 37, ventured off on a tour of Australasia with his wife Meghan Markle, 40, and a press pack shortly after the couple tied the knot in 2018. But the trip down under appeared to show just how much the Duke of Sussex disliked the press. The tour, which would see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex touch down in Australia, Fiji, Tonga, and New Zealand, was held around the time of the 2018 Invictus Games in Sydney. During the first episode of the two-part BBC documentary The Princes and the Press, The Times royal correspondent Valentine Lowe recalled how Prince Harry spent the opening ceremony of a visit to an oceanic island glowering at the press pack. Mr. Lowe said, "Harry had been pretty grumpy on that tour. I do remember there was a long and incredibly boring welcoming ceremony in Fiji. And it was incredibly interesting watching them both because Meghan was sitting just absolutely perfect on a little throne. Harry was just glowering, he was very cross, he's cross with the media, and he spent the entire welcoming ceremony just diverting his gaze to one side just to stare daggers at the press pack." The Sussexes' tour of Australasia was the couple's second since their Windsor wedding in May 2018, having previously visited Dublin just a few months before. However, Mr. Lowe suggested the Duke of Sussex was equally as combative with the press during their flight from Tonga to Sydney. Mr. Lowe said, "Harry was persuaded by his staff to come to the back of the plane and say some things to us. He came back and said something to the effect of 'Thanks very much for coming guys, not that you were invited.' It went down incredibly badly." But the BBC's royal correspondent Johnny Diamond explained why the Duke reacted the way he did. Mr. Diamond said, "He did it not because he thought I'm going to go back and insult them, he did it because he went back, he saw us and gestures." The Duke uncontrollably vomited it out, like that, because it is absolutely built into him. The BBC's royal correspondent added that Harry cannot bear the press and claimed the Duke's visceral reaction can be seen by the way he shuns cameras and scowls at journalists. Co-author of Finding Freedom Omid Scobie suggested Harry did so because he had seen a different side to the press since meeting Meghan. Despite this, BBC interviewer Amol Rajan said, "The negative stories about Meghan still remained unpublished in Britain's newspapers." Another news, Prince William has reportedly joined forces with the Queen and Prince Charles to complain to the BBC about a documentary on the royals' relationship with the media. Royal aides were said to be keeping a close eye on BBC Two's The Princes and the Press, which looks at how William and brother Harry have been covered over the years. The royal family was reported to be furious at not having been given an opportunity to properly respond to claims made in the program. The first episode, which was broadcast on Monday night, charted the years from the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in 2012 up to the wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in 2018. It told how claims emerged of a rift between the Sussexes and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Episode 2, out next week, examines the period from 2018 to 2021, and the royal tours of the Sussexes and the Cambridges. BBC guidelines require all news and current affairs documentaries to offer the right of reply to those discussed in the shows, where appropriate. The BBC said, "The programme is about how royal journalism is done and features a range of journalists." Earlier this year Prince William attacked the BBC over its failings surrounding Martin Bashir's 1995 Panorama interview with his mother Princess Diana. Insiders at Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace and Clarence House were said to have been particularly angry at not having the chance to view the show. In a statement seen at the end of episode 1, the palace said, "A free, responsible and open press is vital to a healthy democracy." However, too often overblown and unfounded claims from unnamed sources are presented as facts, and it is disappointing when anyone, including the BBC, gives them credibility.